music ended. Slow fade. That's okay. So today is January 3rd, 2023. It is the new year, and it is the first live of the new year. I am joined by Matthew Enderly from Patchphrase over there. We've got Justin Armenta from JA Digitizing Studios, and I'm Jeff Fuller from Fuller Embroidery Works. And today we will be talking about
the past year. But first, before we get that, I coordinated something with Adam. He is going to grab the other confetti cannon that is left over and pop it.
Nope. Nope.
That is a horn.
There's a little bit of fallout from last time. We'll let that one slide. Maybe 2024. Stick to, subscribe, and
like, subscribe, ring the bell, hit the notifications, and here we go. So we'll grab a few of the people joining us in the audience. We have Cindy King. Hello. Kingsbury Craft watching from Bremerton. Watching from Washington. We have Nisi Fuller watching from Florida. Hello. You have Letty Walker. Hello, Letty. And Jesse Gibson watching, saying hello to everyone in the comments. Oh, and to us. At least she's saying hi to us. Woo, we win. Oh, wait. There we go. All right. I just have to make sure I catch all of the comments. So it looks like we threw out the link to the Discord channel for some of the nerds to see if they would join us. And I'm just hitting all the buttons on my keyboard because I'm playing with my fidget. We're not going to talk about that. To see who would join us. And it looks like we did have somebody sneak in on the backside. But first, we say hello to Frank. Hello, Frank. Now, let's stall before we bring this person in, just to drive them nuts a little bit.
I think we should click that little band button.
The little band button?
Yeah, the band.
Or we could just bring it in here, and we could say hello to Nikki, the Sassy Subber from the Sassy Subber.
Weirdo. Yes. Hi, guys.
I mean, I can say your last name, but that's too many vowels.
It's
just Nikki, anyways.
It is. It's just Nikki. It's always been just Nikki. It's always going to be just Nikki.
You know what's funny? Out of the four of us, I'm the only person not wearing anything nerd branded.
You're wearing branding.
For shame.
I know. I'm wearing. I'm got Adam's logo on my hat.
I wasn't going to wear my hat, and then I saw you guys all had your hats on. I was like, crap! I better grab mine real quick. Luckily, it was.
Well, that's because some of us are missing hair.
Hair.
Hey, me. I'm bald.
I was going to say, I think it's only you, bud.
And I just got my haircut too.
Even with their haircuts, they still have more hair than you. Sorry.
Pretty much. All right, so let's go over some announcements. So far, the only announcement that I have is that coming up here in the end of the month, Justin will be teaching a workshop, right, Justin?
That is correct. At ISS Long Beach. My workshop is Thursday morning, the 19th of this month. So
and that's
check
like
it out.
3 hours long, right?
3 hours.
Are you nervous?
I'll be talking for 3 hours. Yes, I am nervous. Thank you.
You know what? People, this is why I'm asking you, is because people think that we don't get nervous when we do these in-person things. But I'm not sure I could cover a topic in 3 hours. So more power to you.
Well, just in case anybody that did take part of my webinar, my 3-part series webinar on 3D Puff, I kind of took that, put it all together, add a lot more content. So if you kind of see these things and what we talked about in 3D Puff in piecemeal, this is the whole shebang. Kind of feel like I'm finally on the big stage at ISS. So I want
not only the big stage, the big show too. It's the biggest.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's a big deal.
No pressure.
Pretty excited though.
Honestly, I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah, and you're driving too, so you don't have to worry about Spirit Airlines or American Airlines or whatever airline.
Southwest losing your stuff or canceling your flight or whatever is going on. Yeah. Yep.
Or getting stuck at the gate waiting to get to the airport so you don't miss your flight because the person in front of you doesn't have exact change. because that didn't happen.
Yeah, luckily on my neck of the woods, I'm not having big snowstorms and blizzards to get caught up in, so I should be all right.
Awesome.
And
So
you're heading
that's-
to a place that doesn't have that either. So
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's coming up, and then here I want to say in another month and a half or so, we're going to be opening up our T-shirt orders again.
Hmm.
So,
So-
we do that once a year.
Jeff's got to come up with a new design so we can do t-shirts and sweatshirts.
He's got it. It's just secret.
Yeah,
Secret, huh?
I've got it. It's just totally secret. I mean, I haven't even shown myself yet.
Hey, does Jeff even know about it?
It's so top secret that he doesn't even know. He doesn't even have the need to know.
I
He
need
ha-
to get in on this round too because I missed it on the first round. Well, last year.
I
It's a
mean,
need to
there
know
is,
basis, and I don't need to know.
there is a designer here.
There's more than one, and I'm not any of them.
I
There you go.
have a feeling somebody's going to get conned into this. I feel like that's coming down the pike. You know, yeah. See, even Justin knows. Justin knows how this
Yeah.
works. I'm totally going to
Yep.
get conned into this.
You guys can work Photoshop. That's your unveiling right there.
Maybe it would be a T-shirt with Nerd Star on it.
Maybe.
There's a lot of people that want a Nerd Star, and they're kind of running out. So maybe it'll be a
No
cute
comment.
little character. Because Nikki has to have like 6 of them. I see
Okay,
6
you know
right
what? Matthew.
I didn't say anything.
I know. I told Justin not to, and Matthew decided to walk right on it. And
Well, if there's a landmine, Matt will step on it. That's what we keep him for.
no, you know what? That is a good idea. But also, what have been the ones in the years past? Well, the one that Justin's wearing, clearly.
Yep, and then there's the one that looks like thread. Is Matt wearing it? Oh, that would be so convenient.
now. My zipper's broken. No, it's not the shirt. It's just a boring sand color.
I mean,
Wearing
if
a
you put the
signature.
nerd, just the word nerd, add the nerd star and the glasses. That would be a cool design too.
See, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Matt totally came up with it.
Mhm.
No, I'm saying we have a designer.
I mean, I have to find out like the whole screen print process of which process we're using. I'm feeling I had to talk to Justin for that.
So,
But-
okay. You guys heard it here first. Nikki's also getting into screen printing. I'm going to get a 6 manual press in our office somewhere. I don't know how that's going to work, but
Yeah, in the backyard about 18 states over. It's called
which is
Arizona.
Iowa.
No, it's called
So,
Arizona.
Letty's saying that she liked this last year's the best so far.
You know, I can tell you, the person who came up with the last two is
Was
the
it
most
Jeff?
awesome person. It was Jeff.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see. So
Self-flattery.
what kind of swag do you guys usually have? Are you going to bring anything new in?
Well, I'm gonna send Justin some swag so that he can give it out at the
No, I
trade
meant
show.
for your embroidery nerd swag.
Oh, we have lanyards and keychains and pins and patches, and we might do tumblers again. I have the file. I just have to
Yeah.
actually sit outside.
We
and
don't. We don't really want to do like hats and stuff because like that's everyone here is learning how to do embroidery or better their business. Like I just make it myself. They'd rather just buy the file to support us and then make the hat.
That's what I've discovered is that you can't sell embroidery to embroidery people. Like that's the
You
hardest.
can sell an embroidery design, an exclusive embroidery design to embroidery people.
No, you can't.
I
You just
even
get
have
a
a-
screen
I
print.
even have a hard time buying embroidered goods, knowing that I could do it myself.
Mm,
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I see a design in the store. I'm like, that would look great on my head, but not on that hat.
right.
I do that with sublimation though. I'll look at it and go, oh, I can do that. That's easy. But there's also times when I look at something and think, I don't want to take the time to do it. I just don't have the time, the energy, or the brain power. So it depends.
That's why you have these two. They do it for you. Digitizing 101 is use digitizing 911 to do it for you for free.
No,
Matt caught onto that real quick.
no, I pay to have all my stuff digitized. I am not special by any stretch. So there is that. So what's on tap, guys? What are you guys doing? It's new. I think I missed it. What's the topic tonight? Cindy, I don't even think I know the topic tonight. It's 3 guys and me having a conversation.
You're in rare form because you know as much as we do.
So yeah, we just kind of wanted to go over this past year and what's coming up this year. The little that we actually have planned.
I don't know. I think we have a lot planned.
We have a lot planned, but we just don't have exact dates and stuff. I can tell you one thing. I can tell you 2 things.
Oh.
I'm teaching at ISS.
Yep.
Long Beach.
Yep.
And 2, this April is going to be the Puff Off Part 2.
Ooh.
I think he's gonna challenge me.
I just heard
Oh,
challenge.
look at that confidence, Jeff.
I am not getting in the middle of that one. Nuh-uh. Even though I've done more puff than Matthew already, so no.
That's fine.
So wait a minute. April we're throwing down?
April.
Ooh. We'll see if you can come up with 4 designs. Wait, what did we do last time? 4 designs? 5?
It was 4 designs, yeah.
It was 4.
Oh, good, because I'd rather it be 4 than 5.
We'll have to structure it in a way that the rules are very clear. And
I'll read them over for you, Justin, and find a loophole for you.
yes.
That's okay. I mean, we can tailor the rules to you if you need the rules tailored to you.
Just got to remember that someone is buying another machine for caps, maybe.
It's okay.
Coming
It's not
in
about the machine.
11 days.
Listen, you can have a ton of machines. You just got to know how to work it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Saying,
It's not about the machine.
right?
I mean, we all know who won last year, so.
Adam. Adam, because he's not here. So, what was? I'm gonna just totally take over your live right now, and you guys wanted to talk about this past year. What was your favorite part about the year? Like, what was something that sticks out about the year that you thoroughly enjoyed? That you think I'll do that again?
So, I mean, starting off, like, I was going to say one thing we didn't do this year was any actual webinars. Like, that was the first time. Because we did, 4 webinars the year before? And by we, I mean Justin. Which were
We had Lee too. Didn't Lee do 3?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Justin did 4 and Lee did 3.
So it's 7. I can count. Thank you, Common Core. But this year we didn't do any. But contrary to that, we all did teachings at Applique Getaway, which was a lot of fun. Like, I did my class on patches. I was going to get really confused there when I say the topic, but not no. But I had Jeff there, so I could make fun of Jeff when I got nervous, and that worked because there's a lot of. It was interesting, and then Justin did puff or caps or something. Both. I forgot what the actual topic name was.
Yeah, so I did 3 on 3D Puff and then 1 on lettering. For
No. Applique Getaway. Would you teach at Applique Getaway?
Oh, that was the 3D Puff on hats. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was kind of a consolidated version because I only had an hour at that class. So, but yes, that's the topic that I tend to hit on the most.
But I would say for me, that was the most fun part, is actually, again, meeting people at Applique Getaway that we haven't met before. I don't remember. Did we go to DAX this year?
Yep. And I do know that Ramona's going to DAX this year. She sent me a message. Says, you guys better be there because I'm driving.
When is it?
It's in February.
Because I have my training.
It goes Long Beach, DAX, all the other trade shows.
Yeah. Yeah, the one in Atlantic City, I believe, is in March. The ISS is in March.
And then Fort Worth is in October, I think.
Something like
September, October, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Vegas.
That's Printing United. We don't talk about printing shows.
Well, Print United is actually in Atlanta, Georgia this year.
Ooh.
So, yep, there's that.
Well, now I can't go. I was only going to go because it was in Vegas.
So it happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas.
Exactly.
Well, yes. I can't talk about it. There are just some things you can't talk about.
Vegas being one of them.
Yeah. So Matthew touched upon it of what his least favorite thing was is that you guys didn't do any more. You didn't do any webinars this year. What's something that you want to do moving forward into this coming year?
Me?
Now that you look back.
That's
Yeah,
I'm exactly where Matt is this past year. I did get the taste of the live teaching and applicant getaway, and that was a really cool experience. I'm kind of looking at this year to kind of expand on everything that we've touched over the last couple of years. Long Beach, I get an opportunity to teach at a bigger show, bigger venue, and hopefully that'll lead on to more shows throughout the year and or more webinars that we're going to put on. Start expanding out a little bit more on the education side that we're doing. So that's what I'm excited about.
Do you like teaching?
Haven't noticed we've gotten some more software in the past couple months that we're looking at elaborating into more education and training on. So that's kind of what we're looking forward for the rest of this year.
Yeah, so we may have been a little quiet on the education side. I'd say the last quarter of the year, maybe even leading into a little bit beginning of this year. But like Matt just brought up, it's almost like we're educating ourselves right now on some stuff that we haven't done before. So we educate we're continuing our education on things that we haven't dove into before. We want to get proficient at it, learn it, and then that way we can open up those doors to teach more than what we do already.
So is there anything for this year that you guys could even talk about, like what you would like to teach or where your focus is? Like, what is it? Something like for me, I'm not necessarily a newbie into it. It's my first commercial machine and I'm just learning Hatch 3. What is something that someone like me could take away from the Embroidery Nerds this coming year that you think that I could get excited about, and other than going to live teachings and seeing you guys teach live, but even for what we call in-house?
Well,
Jess was very quiet.
You guys
without giving too much away, because there is some big plans in our future that we're still trying to work on and we're trying to get into and kind of structure things. But I think we are a little bit specific when it came to our education. Like I was really focused on doing 3D puff because it's something that I love doing. And after I beat Jeff in the puff off, it just seemed natural that I teach it more so people can be better than Jeff. But anyways, I think we were a little bit more focused on specifics when it came to our education, and I'm looking forward to really expanding into kind of breaking down the basics. A lot of people, I think, got equipment and got supplies and whatnot over Christmas.
Newbie season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe getting down to the core of basics and really getting into instead of something specific, but really breaking down into the core principles and ideas that we can teach that can go across the board of not software specific, not technique specific, but just laying down that foundation and going from there and expanding more into different things.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. I think in January, you need to take it to where you bring it back to basics, because even something that you might be geared up towards teaching a newbie, you really are just reminding people who have been in the industry, who pick up some old habits and whatnot, bring it right back, strip it back and say, hey, remember, we've got to do this, this, and this. Or, we get laxed with our stuff too. And we kind of shortcut ourselves. Yes, sometimes shortcuts are okay, but it's always good in the beginning of the year or in the first quarter of the year before we truly get busy to remind us of the things that we need to do, especially as we keep adding stuff to our houses, So you guys are going to do the puff off in April. I guess that was just thrown down and made official. Date to be determined. You guys are looking to expand, hopefully maybe into some teaching areas and whatnot. Off to see Justin at Long Beach this month. I do want to say congratulations to Justin. I know this isn't probably a big deal to anybody else, but this is a big deal to me because, so as you guys know, he sells the 3D Puff tool. And it was shown on a totally different platform outside of Invergery with Condi TV, actually. And that's in the sublimation. And Sprite introduced his 3D that tool on that. So, you know what? That's a huge deal, Justin, especially because that's like a total crossover, an absolute
Yes.
crossover. And from somebody who was sitting on the sidelines going, just go, you know, just do it. And it started with, I was live and I said, listen, I've got this tool I'm going to be using. I hope you're okay with it. And so Justin and I talked about it, hooked him up with Sprite, and there you go. I mean, I don't know what's come of it, but I just want to say congratulations on the crossover. That's
Thank
big
you.
deal. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody for those who didn't know that that's the thing. It was the thing. So congratulations.
And yeah, and I am definitely seeing a lot more uses coming from the print side of the industry, and I'm hoping to expand more into that side of it. And like Condi, you know, hopefully they're going to pick it up and distribute it. Actually, we've got a new employee that's been doing some heat transfer vinyl in our shop, and I gave him the tool, and he actually has experience with vinyl before, and I gave him the tool. I'm like, this is what we use to weed vinyl here, and he starts using it. And he's like, oh, I love this.
Mhm.
So it's like great seeing these new things for this tool. Yeah, it's definitely exciting.
Yeah, so congratulations. That's a big deal.
Thank you.
You always want to have your product cross over into other avenues, and while, like I said, it doesn't seem much to anybody else, it was a big deal for me to watch. So
Yeah, it was very cool.
And it went viral on TikTok. It was awesome.
it did.
TikTok. I don't know. TikTok, that one social media platform I don't really use.
Yep.
But Justin, did you ever think when you came up with this that it would be where it's at today, the Puff Pro tool?
Not at all. I'm humbled and very excited that it's doing as well as it is. I just, you know, when you and I were kind of going back and forth with it when I first thought of it, because you and I at the time were really getting into 3D Puff, and I think it was either right after the Puff Off or during the middle of it that we started talking about it and just trying to get that edge, I guess, to make your 3D Puff even better.
To make Jeff look bad, I have to make up tools and study for 2 years.
Necessity kind of was born. The 3D Puff was born out of necessity, and so
necessity is the mother of all invention. Something like
exactly. So, but yeah.
So
that. No, that's awesome.
Sorry, drinking my coffee and having issues here apparently. So we all know that we just came off of our busy season for a lot of us, no matter what part of the industry that you guys are in. And one of the things that I talk about over in my group, and you guys touch upon it in your group, is the self-care, break time, all of that stuff. And breaks are important. And I know for me as a content creator that I take time off, and usually I take the month of November and December off in mine. Do you guys plan on taking maybe a break for you guys? I mean, you guys are pushing out content as hard as I am. I'm gearing up on my side, but are you guys looking to take like a little bit of a break so you guys can learn new stuff yourself, so that when you guys come back fresh with new content and it's not the same old, do you guys plan on doing that this year?
I think Jeff has the microphone first.
I mean, I know. Do you want me to just put it out there?
No, well, actually, I think we're going to be taking a break off till the beginning of February. We're going to launch out. Justin has a really cool interview lined up that's going to be beginning of February, I think you said.
Yeah.
And I think that we're going to take a break off, regroup, come up with some strategies, and hit 2023, I guess, because it is now. Hit it running a little bit. It's going into the Christmas break. It was a lot of, like everybody else is even sitting there listening. It's catching up, getting our work done, getting all the Christmas stuff out the door. And so for now, it's kind of like that lull before the storm that's going to hit up when baseball season starts up, at least in my area when the spring comes. And so I think it's going to be a good time for us to take a few steps back, get some planning done. I know Justin's got his class coming up that he's going to be prepping for, that he's going to be putting a lot of time into.
Right. And like I said, as a content creator, you guys go live traditionally every Tuesday. And sometimes we need to take that break, one, so that we can bring out some new stuff and rejuvenate ourselves. Because if we don't, then, we're like, oh, great, what are we going to do now? And it just kind of dies out. So I think breaks are important. And then you guys will be ready to gear up for Justin's interview and the puff off coming in April, and anything else that you guys may have coming up. I know Matt's here, there, and everywhere with his job, his big boy job. So,
got the big boy pants on right now.
but breaks are important. And, you guys can't, and that brings up to, don't be afraid to take those breaks. Even as a business owner, don't be afraid to go on vacation. Don't be afraid to do this, that, or the third. One thing I will say to you guys and encourage you guys, and I'll help them on the back end, is posting stuff and putting it into like a scheduler. Like for Canva, you can post out your social media so you don't have to do it and remember to do it, content and stuff. So I can help them with that. But honestly, I think the break's important for you guys. Are going nonstop and trying to get a bunch of people's schedule is a little hectic at times. But with Justin, doing big things, you guys need the break. Sorry, it's all based on Justin. It's all about Justin.
It's all my fault.
It's all
we took those weeks off during around Christmas and New Year's the last couple of weeks, but like she was saying, it's not a break that we had. We were just so busy during the season that we had to take those times off. But January is going to be a break for us, just to kind of regroup, get things together, plan a little bit ahead, and like Jeff said, hit the ground running in the beginning of February. So
I think it's a good thing for you guys, and then you guys can come out with any new content that you want. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing. I think it's necessary, honestly. So
so just kind of summarize that if you're just coming in now, because I see the numbers kind of doing a little up and down. We're just going to be taking a slight break from the lives until February. Doesn't mean that we're completely done, but I know, like we just said, Justin has stuff going on. The rest of us have business stuff to do, and there are other things that we do as nerds, like we have the thread converter, and I might be adding something like 8,000 threads to it soon.
Nice.
So I just got to go through and verify that they're all good. So stay tuned. So we are doing stuff. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. We just need to.
See, Eric.
I haven't even taken my trash out yet.
See, even Eric takes time off. I mean, that's just when you're constantly going live and you're trying to push out and you run these groups and, all of your social medias, you kind of get burnt out. But if you want the best from us or from them per se, the breaks are definitely necessary. So.
All right. So wait, now I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the better tool, Nikki? The thread converter or the Puff Pro tool?
Ooh.
Apples to oranges.
I'll just let you say it's the Puff Pro tool, because you do way more with the Puff Pro tool than you do with the thread converter right now.
Apples to oranges. Both of them are invaluable to inverters.
You can't compare those two. That's not fair. That's not a fair thing to put me. That's not nice.
Actually, you know what, Justin? I take it back. I can use this thing potentially as it, but with the thread converter, that whole top drawer, that's all thread chart books. I'd have to pull all of them out to figure out.
Okay, so it's
1793.
It's honestly, you can't do that, because it is that thread. That's mean. That's just mean. Don't put me on the spot like that. I mean, give me something else to compare to. That's not nice. Gosh. See, I don't know about you three.
They're both invaluable tools.
They are.
Absolutely are. And they have different purposes. And from somebody who's coming back into the industry, that thread converter is an amazing tool. And so one that I'm using for embroidery, but then the other one, I'm using for embroidery and everything else that I do in my shop. So you can't do that. That's mean.
There might be a new secret feature that I'm working on that Jeff kind of was like, hey, you should add this to it. He hasn't even seen me working on it yet.
See,
I know. There's
Oh,
things.
wait. I think I did kind of leak a photo in the Discord actually somewhere.
Probably.
I think
I
I did.
think it's cool that you guys are coming up with new stuff and
That's
What?
what I keep those two around for. New stuff.
Yeah. Because
Well,
Jeff is only on flat embroidery and old puff designs that lost.
Yeah, that's totally the truth right there.
okay, listen, you shouldn't be the one talking, seeing that I've done more puff than you have already. So,
Yeah.
and I've ordered more hats than you have already, mister. I don't think that that's a fair thing to go after him for.
I
Oh
have
no, it's a whole short link and everything. It's great. If you haven't seen that YouTube video, it's probably the best one.
I tell ya. So,
And
anything
there
else
goes
you guys
Matthew.
want to reflect on this past year that you liked, you loved, you thought, I'm never doing that again? And then moving into 2020, what's your goal? Or 2023, sorry. What's your goal for this year? You have goals. Jeez Louise, come on.
We have goals.
No, we're
Actually,
getting,
I mean, my goal is to get out of debt because, like, you guys. I mean, I don't know. Justin doesn't have machines, but Matt does. You mortgage your life to get these machines and to pay them off and to make payments on them, and you keep going there. And my goal for 2023 is to have everything paid off.
actually to top that. Back on it, as we call Mark Basoldo will get that. But I don't have any debt on my machines anymore as of this month. So
Oh, nice.
Yay,
I'm
congratulations.
trying to sell one and then buy a new laser. So welcome back to the debt.
Adam, you can set off a confetti cannon at Matt's house to celebrate him going out of debt.
there you go.
I will allow that if he comes down here and he buys the machine.
Oh, yeah, see, there's always a catch, you know.
Or if we'll save that one for later.
So what is your goal for this year, Matthew?
I would really like to get that other laser that I'm looking at because that'll speed up my production tenfold. Because right now I'm cutting out all my patches and Velcro with that laser cutter there, and I have to manually place them and line them up, and it's just a pain. Whereas the one I'm looking at, I literally take a whole sheet, like I could pretty much take this whole sheet, set it on the laser bed, and I tell it it's this shape, and it will find and scan every single patch and just cut it all out, and that's it.
What
But
machine
I
you're
have
looking
to manually place it and line it up, and then it's off, and then it's annoying, and it's not a whole lot of money. It's just that I have to get rid of some assets in order to have room because I'm in my basement and there's not a whole lot of room left.
There's no room in the inn.
I think you could fit another forehead down there.
I like right there in the middle. There's empty space right there in the middle, right where the trash can is. I think that's, you know.
There is another forehead happy that I looked at, and I'm sure Jeff would love to go on another road trip as long as there's no semis involved.
We going to Denver again?
This is actually before Denver, I believe.
But it's still in Colorado.
It's always in Colorado. It's always in Colorado.
And if you guys don't know that, just real quick, Jeff and I went to go pick up one of my Happy machines, and on the way, we were hungry. We walked to Wendy's. They were closed. They wouldn't allow us to just walk through the drive-thru. I know criminals thought they would want it for capitalism, but I guess not. So we're like, you know what? Let's go drive and get food. And we're like, you know what? Let's go to Micro Center. Screw food. We're not hungry anymore. And then I get hit by a semi. So we didn't get food. Actually, we got burgers from the gas station.
We didn't get to go to Micro Center. We got to sit by the side of the road and fill out police reports.
Oh my gosh. So Jeff wants to get off of debt. You want a new laser. Justin, what's your goal?
I guess I got a couple. Do a lot more education. Definitely that's on the plate for this year. Win my second trophy for the 3D puff off. And I really want to build up my stock design library a lot more than what I did last year. I know last year was a good start because I've been talking about it for the last 15 years and I never really did it. So I did get a little bit under my belt last year, but really looking forward to really building that library this year. So, and like Eric said, looking forward to seeing him at Long Beach this month. So
I can't wait to see those pictures. That's for sure. I want to just try to expand my embroidery side of my business. I had stepped away from it for a few years, and now just getting back into it is such a struggle. And I usually can just do it and have no problems, but this has been a struggle for me to figure out like where my niche is in the embroidery world. I know that sounds kind of crazy because it's embroidery, but for my area, like what could I, hit that nobody else is? And this has been a conversation. Jeff and I had this conversation today, and like I just really don't know. So that's my goal, is to figure that out this year and then make it happen. So first quarter goal is to kind of hammer that out and figure out where my heart is and push that. So we'll see.
Nikki, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are those mighty hoops in your background?
Yes.
How do you have mighty hoops already and I haven't? And I've been doing embroidery for like 7 years now.
Because my group loves me. My group bought them for me.
wow.
I think Allie wants to buy me stuff for like the embroidery, but like I told her, like I'm trying to get Patch Phrase to own it all so that I can, whatever liability. But if she wanted to get me something, I said you should reach out to Jeff, and Jeff would be able to tell you, hey, if you want me to.
Mighty hoop. The mighty hoop is definitely. I've got two actually. I've got the two brackets, the two hoops, and yeah, I am definitely blessed. I don't want to say I'm spoiled. I'm definitely blessed. I do a lot for my group, and that's what their Christmas gift to me was that. So, because I do my big, huge giveaway every year, and I don't ask for anything. I never participate in it. I give with my heart, and that was what they gave to me. So there you go. That's where it comes from.
Speaking of, just by chance, the winner of the 3D Puff Pro, if they're listening or watching to this, and the Sassy Subber contest, for some reason it was returned today. It said no such address, so I need to double check that I didn't make a mistake on the address, but it was sent out, so I'll get that out to you.
Yeah, I'll figure out. Yeah, I'll look it up. I have all the information. I'll look it up and I'll send it to you on the back end.
Yeah,
just double check. Okay.
Now, you know what the dangerous thing about telling your wife to talk to me to get embroidery stuff for you is? You're gonna have so many embroidery projects because she'll come to me and I'll say, well, what do you want to make? And then she'll tell me what she wants to make, and that's what you'll get, and then you'll have to make it.
Well, so Allie has been trying to, like relationship stuff. We're trying to do things that each other likes a little bit more. So she's trying to do embroidery and like sewing and stuff. She's never sewed before in her life. So the very first thing she does on the very first machine she ever tries sewing, but with my fancy Juki, is to make a plushie. Not like
wow, right out of the gate, huh?
Or like bean bags or something. Yeah, no, it was a full-up plushie. I could go grab it if you guys are curious and you put in the comments you want to see
I'm
it.
surprised you didn't make like the rice bags, the ones that you can heat up in the microwave and then where you can throw them in the freezer. I was talking to
I could send her a pattern for a hat.
Yeah.
I need a double needle machine and then whatever else.
Just pre-print a list and give it to Jeff and be like, oh, I just happen to have this list.
Yep. So
that's dangerous because when people say, I want to do embroidery, I say, okay, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to make? And then you make your recommendations off of that. So it's like hardwired in.
So Matthew, your birthday's coming up. I mean, we could always do the whole birthday thing. I mean, I could get your group to come in and then make sure you get a mighty hoop. Is that what you're saying?
You got a long ways to go for my birthday.
He's tax day.
I know when it is. I'm very well aware when his birthday is.
Yeah, October 15th.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Extended tax day.
Yeah.
It's sad that I know all three of your birthdays. Okay, let's just start there. Anyway, it gives me time to, get it all together. Just saying.
There you go.
But then I don't have if I have a mighty hoop, the other problem with that is then it's like people ask me to do blankets for them. I was like, I don't have a mighty hoop. You don't need it, but it makes it way easier. So then I just turn them to another nerd who lives in Omaha, and then.
But wait, you did beanie the other day. I saw you did a beanie, right?
I did, but I'm not going to show that one.
And
Oh.
the beanie would be it. Definitely, the mighty hoop is a beautiful thing for a beanie. Ask me, I know. Except if you have it in the right direction, that's even more helpful. Because
Oh no, like the hat turned out great and everything. I just don't want to show the design.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
No.
I did my whole design upside down, and I couldn't figure out what I did wrong.
You turned it upside down.
I intentionally did it upside down, and it turned out perfect. Like the way I did it and everything, like worked for the hoop I had because I just have regular green hoops. But it's just Allie loved it.
Hey, that's all that matters.
It's
Oh,
technically a hat, but you don't rotate it on the machine.
Oh my god!
I mean, you can do them in a cap driver.
Listen, I know.
Yes.
I've learned. I've definitely I've learned. Okay, I'm still learning. Leave me alone.
All right, Nikki, how many caps have you done already?
5, 6.
I don't want to feel left out, so I wore a hat too.
Oh my god.
Bye, Kevin.
Sorry about
Hi,
that.
Kevin.
You've done 5 or 6 caps already.
Mm-hmm. And I've done 10 beanies, and I've done 6 sweatshirts.
I've done 5 caps.
So you know what? I've never done. If this will make you feel any better, I've never done a patch, but that's coming down the pike, and I'm kind of nervous about it. To be fair,
There's a patch kit.
It's not like there's uber critical people that'll be looking at your work.
No, not at all.
oh,
I mean, you
no.
want to see my first patch? Okay, it's not. Well, actually, this might be my first one. It's not good.
Mine's going to be boring. It's for my father-in-law. It's going to be boring, but that's okay. It's what he wants, but that is one thing I haven't done, and I didn't even do it prior to having my 7 needle. Okay. I haven't done an applique on the 7 needle yet. I haven't done that because I haven't had a need for it. And that's another thing is trying to figure out, okay, I want to work on something, I want to learn something. I got to put on something that I can use because now what do you do with it? I mean, yeah, I could put on scrap fabric or whatnot. I've done bags. I've already done bags. That was terrifying to make sure I did that correctly. And the freestanding lace, I did a bunch of those at Christmas. That was the tribe ornament over in my group for the year that I sold those. And did pins. Well, these are earrings, but there you go. Did those. So yeah, there's just some things I haven't done yet.
I don't know. I think patches are way cooler than any of the other mediums because you can embroider puff on a cap and it's still a cap at the end of the day. You can put on a beanie, it's still a beanie at the end of the day. Shirts end up being shop cloth.
But it's a patch at the end of the day. It's still a patch.
But if you do patches, you can do a circle patch, you can do square patch, you can do a glow in the dark patch, you can do, well, you can't embroider PVC, or you can do cool patches like this. It's a piece of pizza and it has orange Velcro on the back to make it look like it's the crust. It's not gluten-free though. I mean, it technically is, but it's not certified. But yeah, you can do cool stuff like this.
Listen, I love the whole idea with patches, but again, it's finding that niche market in my area. You got to find your local area first. I mean, you really got to, yes, I have an online presence, but finding that local area too is important to me. So I've got to just figure it out. I am doing stuff for the Boy Scouts, so that's cool. I'm not doing their patches just yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't have me making collector ones for their different, troops and whatnot. So.
And look for airsoft and paintball teams. That is where you will make your biggest buck.
The patches? Yeah.
You're like, I really do not want to do your design. It's $90 per patch. Like, sweet, let's do 20 of them. Okay, that's exaggerated, but I think I did.
You can really get $18 for a patch.
What?
Is that really a thing? I saw somewhere that somebody sold a patch for $18. Is it really that? Like, my brain cannot wrap around it.
If you're in some of the patch groups that Jeff and I are in, they're selling brand new patches for like $40 and people are eating them up.
Okay, so you got to
But that's kind of a cult following. You got to get your
right. So now here's my next question: what's the most expensive, Justin? What's the most expensive puff hat you've seen?
Most expensive puff hat?
Yeah, like what? Like a ridiculous amount of money that somebody sold, and it sold, not
Probably
just
like
one, but
$45.
That's the most expensive.
Mm-hmm. That
you
I
gotta
see.
look at Joseph from what is it, Artist Stitch?
Artist Stitch, yeah. He does
designs
fully custom hats. I mean, brim, underneath pattern,
Yeah.
and he, of course, he does his
all your
panel work, and his 3D puff is just ridiculous. So I'm assuming his price has got to be upwards of like.
I mean, I
60.
just paid $65 for my Yankee puff hat one, and I mean, I bet it's because it's the Yankees, but whatever. Yeah, I that's why I asked, because it was $65, and I was like, but I need to have it. It's a teal Yankee logo.
Honestly, I don't know what pro models even go. I haven't bought one in such a long time that, yeah, I believe that, especially the ones, because now, back when I actually bought team hats, that you got the team hat that was what they wore and that was it. And now they're coming out with, like, New Era comes out with so many different styles and limited editions and weird color schemes. And yeah, I'm sure that those hats are going upwards of $65-$75.
Yeah, and it's just a basic logo. It's just the basic NY in teal on a navy blue hat, and I paid $65 for it. And did I blink an eye at it? Nope. I bought it. It's because it's what I wanted.
I mean, really, it comes down to the brand and the venue.
And it also comes down to how badly somebody wants something. If they want it, they'll pay for it. If it's something that they definitely want, and they'll pay for it. And it's still hard to wrap my brain around it, even with all the stuff that I do. But it's kind of one of those things you look at. I mean, I'm hoping you guys will get more into the whole pricing thing later on this year, especially for the new people. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's one of Joseph's hats. And
the eyes light up. They have LEDs.
Yeah, I don't have.
Do they really? You can't tell me that.
Yep.
Justin, get on that so I can have a lighted hat.
And then
his stuff's ridiculous.
That is
so you're talking about patch pricing. This is part of a collection. Jeff knows exactly where these are from.
Yep.
I got them because I knew Allie would like them, and that's good brownie points.
Right.
I think these were like $20 or something each.
Yep.
But how big are they? How big? I mean, those look big. So, I mean, I could understand that.
It's like 4x5 or something.
Okay, so basically a car decal size.
I mean, honestly, there's a 3-inch round patch that is maybe at most it's 4,000 stitches. It's like 6 years old. It was a limited run, and right now I want to say that they're selling in the patch communities for $800 to $1,000.
I'm really in the wrong part of this embroidery business. I really am.
Yeah, but that's a cult following.
Yep, you got to build the following. You build your brand.
Yeah, and I only have one machine, so that's a problem right there.
This one I bought. I think I paid $100 for it.
Is that Starry Night?
Yes,
Yep.
I got it because Allie and Pass and
heart.
stuff. It's a heart. She loved it. It's smaller than I thought it would be. I was a little upset by that, but I paid $100 for this.
Yep, and that's probably when the guy released it. It was $45-$50.
Yeah, but like then if you don't know what you're doing, you're making patches. You can make cool little. I don't want to say what this is from, but
That's right.
it's just a patch from a movie series or something maybe.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
And I got that one from someone. I didn't make it either. They sell them on Etsy for a couple bucks. I think it's like $8 a piece, but they have a whole series of them. People buy one, they're probably going to buy all of them because they're a fan. Again, I didn't get it for me. I got it for a coworker actually, and whatever.
I guess I can understand that.
Or there's other people in our nerd community who make patches, and they make cool series like this.
Oh yeah, those Jeremy Hall made those.
Yep.
Okay,
Those are cool.
And they have a whole series. I only stole 2 because Allie's going to be very upset that I ripped patches off her board.
So
You got to remember, typically patches are something that generally people are going to get in mass quantities, and when they do order them, they're from overseas companies, and they take a month to get. The ones that they're referring to are going to be those ones that you're buying one-offs,
Right.
limited runs and stuff like that. So it increases the value and
Results may vary.
and the demand of
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, like Letty, she asked if you add a little more for special things like Velcro on the back, specialty threads. And when I price patches, because of the community that I came in, Velcro is always included in that price, but usually it's like 50 cents to $1 per patch to throw Velcro on the back of it. When you start ordering in the 200, 300 range, I want to say. I can honestly say that when somebody tells me they want iron-on backing, I'm a little shocked.
Do you have to have a Mero machine?
No.
I mean, remember, hashtag going back into this newbie girl over here.
I mean, yes, you do.
Yeah,
Matt
you
will
do.
help you shop for one.
Where I do not have. Oh, I got a chair in the way. Hold on.
He's got two of them.
I do not have a red one and a blue one.
I don't need another machine right now. I've got this one that I got to figure out. So that's where I'm just trying to find my niche for it and figure out what I'm going to be happy doing and not go, oh God, I got to do that again. I know there's going to be stuff that I'm going to look at and go, oh, this is the worst thing I could probably be doing. Yeah, well, Letty, I know that. And I'm about to go to patchmaking school, and that doesn't thrill me in any way, shape, or form, because not only do I have to learn how to digitize it, I'm going to have to spell it out too.
You have to learn how to digitize. I thought that's what digitizing 911 is for. You automate
no, this is a basic.
Send it to them, and they give it to you fixed.
No, I'm going to learn basic stuff in Hatch so that I am not depending on those two for everything.
You pointed the wrong way.
Well, for me, they're on the side. So, what? Do you want me to start asking you, Matthew? Because I can. The boys will be probably very happy that I do.
Hey, remember, I was the one who was going to help you at AG.
I know. Listen, I know. But, so we're going to build up Justin's stock designs this year. That's the goal. And he's going to pay stuff off, and you're going to get a new machine. So it sounds like a pretty productive year. Time off. You guys are taking time off, coming back in strong in February, doing a recap.
Yes.
At least you guys couldn't figure this out. And then the puff off in April. And somewhere along the way, you guys are going to start selling your merch. What month did you guys pick for that?
I want to say we do that in March, right, Justin?
Merch.
Yeah,
month?
I think so. I think March we
March
usually
with the
launch
merch. There we go. I like that.
March merch. We usually release a T-shirt and hoodies with this year's design, and that is kind of a fundraiser too, to kind of help expenses as far as the group's concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody can wear their gear when they go to gatherings and trade shows and stuff like that, and we can definitely helps us pick out the nerd crew in the crowd when they're wearing their gear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna have that, and we're gonna definitely jump off to more lives beginning of February. I do have a interview set up with a really cool individual that I've done some work with in the past, and he's a cool guy, and he definitely took his embroidery company in a really unique direction, and I wanted to talk to him about that and share his story. So it's pretty cool.
And I don't even know who it is. I can't even grill him for details because I don't even know. So this will be fun. I'll tune in.
It's hush hush.
It's okay. I don't need to know everything. I'm okay.
It's
But
certified.
and hopefully you guys will, promote it starting the end of January and get us all excited about it and whatnot. So that'll be cool. Breaks needed. Goals are needed for a year for everybody. And I think you guys are off to a good start in 2023 so far with everything. Merch, sell me the file and I'll sew my own.
So we actually do. I want to say we have one hat design or two hat designs up on the Embroidery Nerd website that we did that with. I know the one that Matt's wearing, the hat that he's wearing, that design is up on the website.
Yeah.
Usually when we do merch,
and-
it's not embroidery related.
Right.
Merch. It's
it's
screen print, something not embroidery.
Right.
Like I said it earlier, I think it's really hard to sell embroidery to embroidery people, especially when you can just sell them the file and they can put it on their favorite shirt or their favorite hat. Or because I know I have it. This is my favorite style of hat, and it's the only one I really wear. And I know a lot of people can be hat people.
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking about my hat, I was very specific. I wanted this one, and whatnot. So I get it. But so there you go, Mark. You'll be able to sew your own out. I'll make it happen for you. You put on what you need to put it on.
We got a question from Cindy
Mhm.
or Justin. What type of stock designs?
I'm gonna actually just expand into everything that I possibly can. Last year, I kind of based it on my goal was to hit every major holiday. The holidays that I know that people are gonna pretty much are gonna make merch or projects and stuff using embroidery. I think that is an easy target as far as the different subject matter of the stock designs. I think I'm going to continue that, and I definitely want to expand out into a little bit more, I guess, advanced 3D designs that I can sell and try to kind of go along with my classes that I teach as far as how to actually get those into production. So that's my goal.
Do you have an idea of what you're looking for, Cindy? Because that also helps too. When you guys are looking for stock designs, what are you looking for? That helps a digitizer or a designer when you say, hey, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z, and then it allows, you guys to be creative, myself to be creative, and then you guys.
For sure. Anything out there that if being that our crowd is embroiderers, if there is, an area that hasn't been touched on or that there's not good designs out there for, let me know. I'd be happy to expand out and add those to my library. So if you have suggestions or wants and needs, let me know. I'll definitely get those.
There you go, Justin. You got a suggestion?
Oh, I could do that one. Letty, I'm on it.
You gotta pull up the comment, other people don't know.
I'm on that one. So for you guys who don't know, and if you, so I'll make the designs for the guys. So if you're looking for designs, I make them for Justin and for Jeff, and then they create digitized files for them. I sit and design them because I can pretty much whip them out really quick. And then they can turn around and do what they need to do on their end. But I'm on it, Letty. I'm on it. I thought she just said I want to put it on her arm, and I read that wrong. I want to put it on an oven mitt. Yep. I don't use the less type sometimes. Yeah, that is true. Something just comes along that's really cool, and you're like, I gotta have that. That's just Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, we're coming up on our hour, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the recap of the announcements. So Justin will be teaching in Long Beach here at the end of the month. If you're going to the Long Beach show, I would recommend going in and stopping in for his workshop. I believe it's on Thursday and the show starts on Friday.
Correct. Yeah, I guess Thursday is kind of a day that has more workshops while the show is still setting up, and then the Friday morning the actual show starts. So.
And are you going to be there the duration?
I'm going to stay part of Friday at the show, and then I'm going to take off early because I got some other stuff going on that weekend.
Awesome. So definitely swing in there and catch Justin doing that. We will be taking the rest of the month off, and we're coming back on February. I'm not going to look at the date because I don't want my calendar right now. The first week in February, we'll be coming back with an interview that Justin's got lined up. So we're really excited for that, and definitely stay tuned for that.
February 7th-ish.
What was that?
February 7th-ish is the first Tuesday of February.
Yep, somewhere around there.
Yep.
Give or take. It really depends on their schedule. Sometimes we'll move the day and the time based off of the person's schedule so that we can match it up there. And then coming up in March, we're going to have the next run of shirts are going to open up that we're going to be able to do. shirts and sweatshirts usually is what we've done every year. So we're looking forward to that as well. But other than that, I don't know if you have anything, Matt.
No, I mean we have decks coming up at the end of February. That
Yep.
time is going to come by quick. I have to see if I can go there because those just happen to be the dates I'm supposed to be driving to Texas. So maybe
See if you can swing it on the way.
I don't know. That's I might be able to do like the 25th, or the 24th, but we'll see. Yeah.
All right, Justin, any announcements from you?
I think that's everything that we have going on as far as in the next month or so, and hopefully 2023 is a great year for all of us, and we're hoping to share a lot more and educate a lot more. So,
All right, Nikki, any announcements from you?
For me, no, it's stuff that's over in my group. Thanks for letting me, join in here. And if you guys, like I said, if you're looking for stuff for design wise for the guys to digitize, let me know. I'm always down to, make something for you guys, but I'm just really here for a long ride. That's it. That's all I'm here for.
All right. Well, with that, we've got Matthew Enderly from Patch Praise. We have Justin Armenta from JA Digitizing Studios. That is Nikki Adamkovitz, the Sassy Subber. I am Jeff Fuller from Fuller Embroidery Works, and we are all here representing the Embroidery Nerd. We'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we will catch you guys next time.
See you guys.